Hey guys, last week we talked about the purpose of our creation, which was to be in relationship with God, and how when we lose that very essence, when we lose that purpose, we no longer fulfill the whole reason that God created us. Today, Jesus is talking a little bit about the purpose of the law and of the prophets. So let's take a look at our text. Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. For truly I tell you, until heaven and earth disappear, not the smallest letter, not the least stroke of a pen, will by any means disappear from the law until everything is accomplished. Therefore, anyone who sets aside one of the least of these commands and teaches others accordingly will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever practices and teaches these commands will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I tell you that unless your righteousness surpasses that of the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, you will certainly not enter the kingdom of heaven. So Jesus is saying, I'm not coming to get rid of the law. I'm not coming to get rid of the prophets or the prophecies, because both the law and the prophets pointed toward him. The law talked about the behaviors of God's people and what they should be like, what kinds of things the people of God should embody and be as a people. Prophecy pointed toward when Jesus would come and what he would come to do. And so Jesus is pointing out that I haven't come to replace them. I haven't come to change them. I haven't come to put them away and create a new order. I've simply come as the fulfillment of both of these things. Now, Jesus came to earth to live and then die the death that we deserved, pay the penalty for our sin and be raised again, overcoming the power of that sin, and then to ascend back into heaven, after which he would send us his Spirit to dwell inside our hearts. Now, it's no longer the law that we need to focus specifically on, and it's no longer the prophecies that we focus specifically on. It's on his Spirit that dwells inside of us. And so when we are living in step, in relationship with the Spirit, he will guide us in his way, which is exactly what the law was guiding us in and exactly what the prophecies were guiding us in. Now, the Pharisees had taken the law and they had twisted it and changed it, and it had become a very legalistic way of living. And that was never God's intent. God always wanted us to live in a relationship with him in a very specific way. So over the next few weeks, we're going to take a look at specific laws. Jesus gets into murder, and he gets into adultery, and he's going to identify these laws and then expose what the intent was behind them, his true goal for the people of God. And so we want to walk in step with the Spirit during this time. We want to be open to how God is revealing his truth to our hearts so that we can live according to the plan that he's always had in place. So for the next few days, I want us to focus specifically on giving attention to the Spirit, leading us in our heart. What is he calling us to? What is he speaking to us? What is he saying to us? What kinds of areas of sin is he exposing in our lives? What is he doing to that legalistic nature that we have? And I want us to just recognize what those are so that in the coming weeks, we are open to receiving what he has for us. Blessings.